Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Cover 2 Crew. We got Michael at the bottom, Big Chiefs L on Sunday. Let's go. And then we got AJ to my right. How you guys doing?
Catching strays off the rip. Doing good, doing good. AJ, how are
I'm
you? How
good.
are you?
Was this day 4, day 5 of NFL season being over? Uh, Big off
Sad day.
season ahead for the whole league. Really, there's a lot of movement that can be going on. Draft, free agency, trades, a lot of rumors. I think everyone's got their coaches in order now. Uh, Kellen Moore to the Saints. Don't really understand that one, but
Did he even go home after the game, or did he just
yeah,
stay
I was
in
saying that. I was like, maybe
New
he'll just
Orleans?
stay.
No, he's got to be on the
Just
parade.
packed his bags. He probably went back for the parade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's start off
The,
with that game recap.
Yeah,
yeah,
Mike,
let's
what
go
did
into
you
the
think?
game. I gotta go
What?
first.
Let's
Yeah,
go,
you got to
Mark.
go first. You lost, bro. 0 and 1 in the pick'em.
Okay, let's not. Yeah, 0-1 in the last one in the last week.
0-1 in your last one.
Yeah. So very disappointed in the Chiefs. I felt that this game. I did not see a world where this game would happen. I either thought it'd be a close knit game. It goes one way or the other, or the Chiefs blow them out of the water. And that did not happen. The Eagles looked unstoppable. Vic Fangio. I know I said he had never beat Mahomes. Well, he beat him. He looked. He made that defense look incredible. If we're talking about straight up blitz numbers, because obviously Fangio likes to disguise a lot of things. He has 7 at the line. He'll drop 3, an interior guy, 2 outside guys. You don't know who's coming. But if we're talking up straight up numbers, he did not blitz the entire night. But Mahomes was on his back like every other play. So that was tough to see. The one bright spot I'll say in the Chiefs offense will be Xavier Worthy. I know, yeah, the game didn't matter when he scored. A 60-yard touchdown bomb is impressive at the end of the day, no matter who scores. In that same stadium, used to be the Mercedes-Benz Dome, was it? Now it's the Little Caesars Arena. What a Little Caesars
Caesars.
Dome.
It's not
Whatever
little.
it
It's
is.
it's the
Caesars like
Caesars
sportsbook.
Sportsbook.
It's
Yeah.
Caesars Sportsbook,
Oh,
not Little Caesars.
no, Little Caesars is the Detroit Pistons. My bad.
Yeah.
Caesars Sportsbook Arena. That same stadium, we go back a few years. Justin Fields throw to Chris Olave against Clemson.
Set a franchise back years.
But now we have Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, so it's all good. But man, the Chiefs really just disappointed me. But let me not take away from the Eagles. They played great. Interior defense played great. Secondary played great. Offense, Saquon didn't have a day like I thought he would. But obviously, the Chiefs trying to do damage control at the line. It'll help the receivers get open, especially on that last play to Devontae Smith that really iced the game. That deep bomb from Jalen Hurts to him. So Mahomes, I know he was getting cooked all game, but he has to play better. He can't throw that pick six to Cooper DeJean at the end of the first half. You can't do that. So tough. Not like even not as like a I'm going for the Chiefs just from like a straight up like bystander view. Just not a fun game to watch after the first quarter. It just wasn't competitive. Like it felt like not much could be done. So that's what I have. AJ?
Oh yeah, complete butt whooping. I now that's two Super Bowls where Mahomes just gets blown out. 2021 Super Bowl, now 2025.
I'll say this
But
one
yeah,
was way worse too.
oh yeah,
Honestly, this
yeah.
one was way worse.
Mm-hmm. Uh, but yeah, Cooper was right. Their tackles stink, and you saw the difference night and day from the 2023 Super Bowl to this one. Um, Patrick Mahomes, he might be a Kyle Shanahan merchant because that Super Bowl 2 years ago, the sod being an issue for the pass rushers on the Eagles. Uh, anyways, um, yeah, no, the Eagles, you control the line of scrimmage. Um, they did it throughout the playoffs. You saw the Commanders game, they just completely owned both sides of the line. Rams game, that last play where Stafford could have found, where they were driving, Jalen Carter comes up big, seals the game. Packers just outmanned. Uh, Packers, you might even ask, did they belong in the playoffs? I don't know. But yeah, no, they own the line of scrimmage, and you set yourself up to go deep if you can own both sides of the line. Yeah, Fangio didn't blitz, but Mahomes was under duress all game. Um, Really, I think where I was, because what was it, 10-0, that's whatever for the Chiefs. I think they could come back from that. But really, the pick six and then the next throw, a pick to Zach Bond in Eagles territory, where they could go up 24-0. Because really, if, say, Chiefs go down and get 7 on that, it's 7-17, and then they say they get the ball at a half and score 14-17. You can have that's a ball game. But you go from 17-0 and then turn it over on Eagles side of the field, they get a touchdown. It's really hard to come back from 24 down. It's not impossible, but then they go 3-and-out right out of the half, and then it's kind of over. And then, yeah, that kill shot in the third quarter to Devontae Smith was huge. Just put the nail in the coffin and not just trying to kill clock. Yeah, you see the importance of just always drafting linemen, whether it's first and second round or even they have later round picks that they hit on. I mean, Jordan Mailata, I think he's a 7th rounder. Landon Dickerson and Juergens were 2nd rounders, I'm pretty sure. And then all the Georgia guys. I guess the lesson is draft from big schools. That whole Philly defensive line is from Georgia.
Hey,
And
post
then maybe,
NIL though. Post NIL. I don't know about
oh
that
yeah,
anymore.
oh yeah, oh yeah, because your talent will spread around. Because your northern, your Midwest and West Coast schools are going to be able to. They have a bigger alumni base, so at least donor wise. But we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. Yeah, you just see the importance of the lines. Uh, any D line, they can get to the quarterback up the middle, especially can neutralize great quarterback play. That was Brady's weakness. Seems to be Mahomes' weakness as well. If you got guys up in your face and you can't roll out because you got pressure on the edge as well, it'll be hard to make a lot of plays. But yeah, it was good to see a whooping by the Eagles. We were kind of due for a Super Bowl like this. We had 3 in a row, 3-point deficit or 3-point margins for Super Bowl. So I consider all those good games. So yeah, you're not every Super Bowl is going to be a 1-possession game, and we didn't get that this Super Bowl. But yeah, we've had three good ones in a row, dating back to Mahomes' last Super Bowl blowout. And so I felt like it was only right. But yeah, let's hear it, Cooper.
Eagles by a million. How do you feel, Mike? You taking this L? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Dude,
So,
you act like I'm a Chiefs fan. What is that?
bro, you were
I
glazing
think Mahomes is
Mahomes.
tough. I think Mahomes is tough. I think he has right now tied with Brady 3-2 in the first 5 Super Bowls. I mean, he's still in a good place, but
Yeah, I'm just
I
giving
don't
you a hard
think his
time.
game ages the same as Brady to get to
huh?
play Super. I don't think his game ages as well as Brady to play till he's 45. Continue.
Oh, so then
We can
AJ,
talk
so
about
then
that
so then
after.
so then you're taking the longevity route. So then LeBron is better than Jordan. Is this what you're taking right now?
No,
Oh,
6-0.
oh, oh,
6-0.
oh. Yeah,
6-0.
6 and
6-0.
0, 6 and 0. Scottie
6-0.
Pippen. That's like having, bro. It's like playing. It's
Why are
like
we
Justin
playing gotcha?
Jefferson. That's like saying having Justin Jefferson at your wide receiver 1 your entire career, and you're Aaron Rodgers. But no, it doesn't
We
matter
did.
because
He had Devontae Adams.
LeBron had D Wade. He had and Chris Bosh. Then he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, and then he had
okay,
AD.
AJ, do not tell me
Kevin
right now
Love.
it doesn't. Do
Kevin Love
not
was a walking 20 20 and
AJ.
15.
AJ, do not tell me right now in 2016, when the Cavaliers were down 3-1 to the best record ever, 73-9 Warriors,
Yeah,
that you cannot sit here with a straight face and tell me that that was
it's a
not the
great moment.
greatest,
That was
the
one of the greatest moments
greatest.
of all time. That
That
was one of the
cemented
greatest
him as
moments
the
of all
GOAT
time.
that night. Did Kevin Love, wasn't
Yeah.
Kevin Love hurt for those 3 games, or did he play?
No, he was on defense. He guarded
Yeah, well,
Curry
he
at
did.
the end.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well,
Ray Allen misses that 3-pointer in 2013, and LeBron only has 3 rings.
you could
Two
say
rings
that
and a Mickey
about.
Mouse ring. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm with
honestly,
the bubble ring.
if I'm being honest, LeBron and Luca this year, if they can figure
See,
out this big situation,
he gets every big star to come play with him.
because he's the GOAT. Cooper, continue
Draft,
on the
No,
Eagle
draft
I'm
side.
just,
pick.
kidding.
We'll
I'm just
we'll have
giving you a
us
hard
there.
time because you were glazing Mahomes. But yeah, um, yeah. As AJ was talking, I was thinking like several points about the trenches in this game is how Howie Roseman developed or knew how to find talent in the later half of the rounds. He was wheeling and dealing in the draft, trading. I think he traded up to get Devontae Smith in front of the Giants, and then he backdoored his way into
No, I
like
think I think we had the Giants. We had the Giants trade, didn't we? Because Smith went 9.
It was Cowboys. It was Cowboys. They traded with the Cowboys
Yeah, because we traded with the Giants.
because
well he
it
traded
was
in
I
front
think it
of the
was Eagles.
Giants. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
yeah.
We traded it for the Giants spot after. Yeah.
Yeah. So just that like him wheeling and dealing in the draft, and then as well as
Jalen Carter trade.
yeah the
Darnell right in the fourth, something like
Corey
that. Yeah.
Taylor.
yeah so just like how Howie Roseman built this team, he spent premium draft picks on trenches and at skill positions. Um, there was several mismatches along the defensive line versus offensive line. Like I mentioned last week, the tackles. I forgot the name of the dude for the Chiefs, but he's a converted. Normally plays guard, but he was
Mooney.
pushed. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There we go. He pushed out to tackle. You as a guard, you're put in it as a guard because you have shorter arms, and so these edge guys like Nolan Smith and Sweat, they can bend and get under your arms and defeats the whole point of being a tackle out there. Like tackles, you need long arms. Um, they got to be quick. Thuney's a guard. He doesn't have to be as quick. He can play in a shorter space and still be good. Um, I think I'm not sure. I didn't see how much like Andy Reid game planned for that type of stuff. I don't think he expected like Vic is not going to blitz you, so like you don't have to put in like chips because you don't think these guys are going to be coming in with a 5-man pass rush. So it's like it's funny how to people see like Travis Kelce like his effort when he was putting a chip on a edge rusher and then going out and just he was just standing there like I don't know. I don't know
Mhm.
how you evaluate that because I don't know the scheme that the Chiefs are running in comparison to like what they were seeing on tape and stuff. But it
What do you
seems
think
like
of Becton from the Eagles? Why, or do you know why he moved over to guard? I mean, that dude's huge. Is he
yeah,
just not good at tackle, or
I'm not too sure. Like I haven't heard anything either, but like he was from the Jets, right? He was a tackle at
yeah,
the Jets.
he was
He's
supposedly like a
really
bust on
tall.
the Jets.
hmm
Yeah.
And it seems like it might be uh like a fundamental type thing where like his kick step to get outside, like it's just easier being a guard than having to kick from a tackle position on an edge rusher, or because like when you're that tall, like you definitely have the arm length, you have the power and all that, but it's just like are you that quick? And so that I'm not too sure. I haven't dove deep in that, but just in some of these fundamentals where you see the mismatches, when you already are weak at tackle and then you try to put a guard out there, it wasn't going to work for the Chiefs. Um,
overpay for Jawan Taylor.
Yeah, Jawan Taylor, perfect example. Like it's not going to work. And then with the way Vic plays, he plays too high or cover four or like a cover six look. It's like cover two on one side and then you have cover four on the other. And but you when you present to Patrick Mahomes is you have two high safeties and like that's that's what he's reading. And the way you beat that is you run the ball because hey, they've got two guys back who are not going to be in the run game at all. And the corners are too far wide, so they're
And
not
they
going to.
didn't run the ball.
Yeah, and they couldn't run the ball. And it's not because they
They didn't even
can't.
try, man.
Yeah,
For
they
the
didn't
first
even
8
try.
attempts, they threw the ball.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nagy.
Yeah, Matt Nagy.
So
That's it. Good
okay,
call, AJ. There we go, Matt. Matt Nagy.
yeah. So if this is a Nagy thing, it's I don't know how you go into this game and not have some nice run calls. I know Kareem Hunt's not like the most like explosive or like he's not a top 15 back in the league or like or maybe
He's
he's
violent.
yeah.
He's violent.
And so like maybe he's like a 15, 14, 13 ranked back in the league, but you still have to give him some touches.
Checo.
And was he healthy for this game?
Yeah, he played.
Okay, so
Did he not? Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't notice him, so that's maybe my bad. But yeah,
Nagy, it's a Nagy thing. It happens. You don't notice the running backs.
yeah. So like when you see those two highs, you audible to an inside zone, a counter or something out of the gun, because it looks like they came out in like 11 personnel the whole game. It's like they had a running back, a tight end, and then everybody's out wide. Sometimes they compressed into a bunch set, but when they never came out in like a two back or a two tight end set, I would say like noticing once you get down 34 points, like hey, you gotta get on the ball and you just gotta throw it. And so not being able to run or establish anything in the first quarter for that sets you up bad. And then the Eagles start scoring points, so then you have to throw the ball. That was brutal. There was just several compounding issues that were all linked to one problem for the Chiefs that just never went away, and then they got exposed as you see 34-0. Patrick Mahomes has his first highlight of the game with that throw to Worthy. Um, and like I want to talk about the middle eight with the like AJ mentioned the pick six, and then he has the interception to Bond, but then they get the ball back with like I guess a minute left, and D Hop drops it at midfield like he's running into
That
field goal
was
range.
so bad. That
Yeah,
was so bad.
that was huge for momentum. You could see the Chiefs sideline like oh they were so bummed about that.
Yeah,
And then,
Chris Jones did what I did in real life. I was like, no, and then Chris Jones got on his like, oh,
yeah,
same
so like
exact.
there's
Yeah.
that with like the momentum swings and the emotions of the game. Like that would have been huge for momentum for them. Plus you just get points on the board. You get the ball at half. You're down 24-3 going into half. Like say that happens, you get the ball. You can start chipping away, and there's still time. And so that middle eight was huge for Mahomes, and he didn't come through. Then he's also a good fourth quarter QB, but fourth quarter didn't matter. Like Gatorade bath with like 5 minutes left in the game, and he had like I think he had a 75.
Touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. After the Gatorade bath, so it's insane that he had his worst performance in that game. I'm not gonna say they were frauds as a team, but that team was not a Super Bowl winner in the sense that they got help elsewhere throughout the season to win them games. And I'm not gonna say who. Everybody already
Raiders
knows.
game.
Yeah, and
That was a huge one.
it's like if the team they play doesn't beat themselves, then the Chiefs win. But the Eagles weren't beating themselves. They were executing at a high level. I would say that people were like a little worried at the beginning that like the refs were going to get into it, but there was a couple penalties early, but then there wasn't really much after that. I think
There was a couple penalties that, bro,
AJ
that one.
AJ Brown
That
one. I was like, on like
okay.
the first or second
I
drive.
didn't really
Okay,
care for it.
it's tough. It's tough, but like you have to like in live time, it looks like he's touching
No,
it.
no, no, yeah, I know. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is
No, but
sharp.
the possession after where Hurts overthrows his guy and the safety barely touches him, and they called, what do they call? Hands to the
Unnecessary roughness or
Yeah, that was cooked. I don't know who had Helen Keller back there, but that was
I think it was a late
a
hit,
little
but
cooked.
I think that happens on every play. Like an incompletion will happen, like on a screen pass or whatever, and
We're Bears fans. Our quarterbacks don't get late hits, so we don't know much
that's
about
because you
that.
got running backs at quarterback.
Oh,
That's like
Caleb
it's
Williams
the
running
Lamar,
back,
it's
and
the Lamar Jackson effect.
Justin Fields would get absolutely
I did.
destroyed at times, and they would not
Mahomes
call.
got lit up by Jalen Carter to the face, and I thought they were going to
And
throw
they
flags on
didn't
that.
call that.
But
They
like,
should have
let the
called that.
boys play. Let the boys play.
Yeah.
That's my
The
philosophy.
the Chiefs didn't have their checkbook pregame to give to the refs, I guess. So that's what happens.
Yeah, I don't know if any AFC team would have beat the Eagles. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think their line, like Buffalo's line, is as bad as the Chiefs. But like, oh my goodness,
It's also
like I don't
it's a
know if
game
they
by
could have.
game basis. Like, look, you look
Oh
back a
yeah,
couple weeks, like the Rams could be here. The Rams could have got blown out by the Commanders. The Commanders are here, they get blown out by the Chiefs. Like it's like a week by week game, which is
I
crazy.
think the Commanders would beat the Chiefs if they had played. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey Jay,
Why not?
take the shirt off. Not like that. Like take the shirt off.
Oh, because it's Jane Daniels
Go put
versus
a go put a
Caleb.
go put a Jane Daniels shirt on.
Why
This
not?
podcast is for the narrative. Halftime show. Thoughts on the halftime show?
No
Or Cooper, were
thoughts.
you done about the? No, finish about the game. Finish about the game. If you have anything left.
Yeah, that was my analysis. I wouldn't say it was kind of tough because like the game was over after the Devontae Smith touchdown. They
Mhm.
scored 22 unanswered points or whatever to make it 22 to 40 or whatever. Like
No,
didn't
no,
mean anything.
19 unanswered. They had three.
19
19 or
unanswered
they
when
had
you're already
seven. Did
down.
they have seven? I don't remember if they had seven or three first. What did they score first? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I I loved it as a Broncos fan. I think th people
Did it remind you of the Broncos Seahawks a little bit or no?
I don't think so because the game wasn't disastrous for the Chiefs from like the first snap. Like they could have gotten into the game and they've been down 10-0 before in Super Bowls and
24-0 against the Texans.
They were down
2019.
20-10 in the 2020 Super Bowl.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like
Was that? Yeah,
it was like they got
10
they,
points. It's nothing.
yeah, I don't know how
Even after half, like at halftime, I went in there thinking, "Hey, they might come out and do something crazy." I still had faith. That's me being also like a Bears fan, so it's like, but
yeah, I would say watching the Broncos Super Bowl versus Seahawks, it was self-inflicted from the first snap. This was like, oh, they got a three and out. They couldn't move the ball against the defense. And then
yeah.
and then it became self-inflicted. Like then Patrick Mahomes got exposed by Cooper DeJean, and then he threw another pick. Like he compounded his own errors. But
Hmm.
like when you start against the best defense in the league and then you give them a free 2 points plus the ball, like the momentum is already whacked.
Tough, tough.
Peyton Manning can't play in under 40 degrees. It was in New York in February. Terrible.
We were think. I mean, I know I wasn't watching the game. I don't think you were either, AJ. Or the Bears. Did you watch? You were the Bears Colts. Were you watching the TV? Like I know you were like 3 years old,
I watched it on I watched it on TiVo on like recording. I mean, I'm
but I'm
sure I
saying like
watched it because
Didn't watch it
I
live.
wasn't. I wasn't dissecting ball like.
yeah, no,
Ball.
that's what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying like you think that a kickoff for a touchdown? Yeah, no momentum. Rex Grossman's your quarterback. But to go
Yeah.
Rexy,
on,
Rexy.
yep, halftime show. Yeah,
I like Kendrick.
I just don't know
smooth.
any
I'd
of his
like to
songs,
seen a
so
little more.
Oh,
I would have liked to seen a little more like older album stuff.
same as well. I did like when him and SZA did "All the Stars." That was good. That was smooth. That was smooth.
Brought me back. That was good.
That was good.
You could have brought out
So-
Taylor Swift because they have a song together.
I was thinking he'd bring out Drake and they'd end the beef, but that didn't happen. So
Oh my goodness.
Come on,
I know. I'm trolling.
Mike.
What?
You seem like a guy who would know. What's the beef?
Between Drake and Kendrick?
I mean, like what is like the original thing?
I don't even know why
I
it's
followed a
still
little
going
bit of the
on.
stuff. Like
I don't know what initially. I'm not a big fan of I'm not a diehard for either, so I don't.
okay,
I listen to both of them. I listen more to Drake, I'd say, than Kendrick, but I don't. I just know something. I know when it got big, it was on Like That, the song on Metro Boomin's album
yeah. I
last
remember
year.
that, but like
That's when it got big. I remember that, but I don't know why it's still going on.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know if it's
I listened to both of them, but I just
it's the whole da 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 minor. It's I don't. I'm not sure if I'm being honest. I don't want to cap about this topic. So they be beefing
I
though.
just thought you would.
It's
I thought
think
you would
like Bears
I
Packers.
know
I
there's
don't
a
know.
beef.
Think like Bears Packers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Super Bowl recap. Hopefully
I didn't care
next
for
week we
the
get a better game.
commercials.
Hopefully,
didn't care for
bro,
the
the commercials were, yeah, it wasn't smooth. The
I
one
feel
with
some of them I
what's the
saw
guy from
on
Spider Man?
previews
What's the guy from
before.
Spider Man? The bad guy in number
Green Goblin.
yeah, Green Goblin. That one was
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
was okay. Yeah, Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe commercial was okay.
I like the Shane Gillis one, but I love Shane Gillis and
Yep,
Post
yep.
Malone.
With
so.
post, yeah, that was smooth. We had a little Bears feature there, but we've seen that commercial for a while now.
Yeah.
With what's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah, with McConaughey.
Mm.
I didn't get the
That was-
Kanye ad. I know some regions got the Kanye ad. Did you guys get that?
I didn't see it. I saw the
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah,
uproar
I know
after.
some regions got it.
I don't know what he's doing, but
I don't know what Bro's doing either.
he's
He's
Check him.
cooked.
Yeah.
So
Here's a question I have. What do you think happens, say, in a year or two? Say Chiefs make it to the AFC Championship next 2 years and then don't make it to the Super Bowl. You think Reed hangs it up, and then who gets the keys after that? Because you can't hand it to Nagy.
no, you cannot. I think it's a very attractive job. I think I'd like to see someone like Sean McVay come in and run something different with Mahomes because I know he's such a skillfully offensive mind. But
I could see that. I could see that. I
other
don't know
than
if he
him, I
wants to
can't.
see a rebuild with it, like not having a quarterback.
Yeah, but even Sean McVay there in Los Angeles, it seems like he's in it every year in a playoff position, even with these draft teams. So,
I think they have Jimmy G. I think they could, if they got rid of Stafford, I think they could be decent with Jimmy G.
No,
I don't think Jimmy G's good, but he got the Niners to the Super Bowl.
who do you want in there, Cooper? Who do you want in Kansas if he leaves? Well, you're a Broncos fan, so don't be biased now and
No,
say
I'd be
Mike Glennon or something.
No, I'll be fair. I think
Sean Gruden.
how old is Reed? Is he in his 70s yet, or
He's probably close.
is he
And
like
he eats
Pete?
a lot of cheeseburgers, so
Is he like Pete Carroll's
he's
age?
not like a young. He's 66, but he's not a young 66.
Yeah.
You know? Like Pete Carroll's a young 73.
Yeah, no, Pete Carroll's younger than Andy Reid if we're talking
I think it's hard because
Longevity.
you can tell that he loves what he does. Like he's not.
Yeah.
I think this is like the first year you've seen him do stuff outside of football with like the commercials and stuff, but he loves being a coach. So I think that's tough. I think he'd like to go out on top, so he might be waiting for another one. Maybe, like you say, next year they go and they actually win it. Although they might have to do some workarounds with Patrick Mahomes' deal and sign some better O-line or something. I don't know how they're gonna fix the talent deficiency that they're going through. Like they're losing some players on defense.
Nick Bolton's a free agent.
Yeah.
Trey Smith.
Trey Smith, the Bears, baby.
Do you really want him?
Who else is free agent?
Bro's trash.
Huh?
I want
I
him
don't
over
know.
whoever we have. I don't know if I want to
Yeah,
pay him
facts.
25 a year.
Yeah, you're gonna give A
We'll see
plus
what the
money for
market.
B plus talent.
At least it'll be better
That's
than what's his
fair.
name? Who do we? What's his name? The guy who won't play Nate Davis.
Charles Omenihu's a free agent.
Yeah, they're not gonna bring back Josh
Uh,
Uche, Hollywood Brown,
Juju, Miko Hardman,
D Hop retired.
Kareem Hunt.
D Hop needs to go to the retirement home, bro. I'm
I was
sorry.
complaining about the refs after the game too. I was like, you can complain about the refs if it's like a one-score game. Like
You can complain if you catch the ball before half. That's when you can
That's
complain.
true.
That's
Can't drop a
Tristan
wide
Watson's a
open
free
ball.
agent.
2024 no. 2023 Cooper catches that ball. Takes it to the house. So it's like I'm talking about you, Cooper.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Oh, for our
I
flag
thought you were talking
football
about
team.
220.
Yes.
Hey, best hands in the
He's literally
league.
Cooper DeJean
Yeah,
Yeah,
every game.
nastiest flag football team in the country
we didn't.
at
We
the
didn't.
collegiate level.
Yeah, we allowed 0 points through like 3 games.
Yeah, we were no, it was like
Something crazy like that.
5 or 6 games. It was
Was
Yeah,
it
smooth.
0
5? Oh,
points.
It was
Our
smooth.
we had a
yeah.
100-point differential.
Yep. We had
So
pick sixes left and right.
yeah, I averaged a
Smooth.
pick six a
We
game.
had and well, you could kind of
Compare
see
us.
the similarities. No, you can kind of see the similarities between that team and the Eagles because they had locker room problems throughout the year.
Yeah, wide receivers
We
weren't
had a
getting the ball
QB
on
contra.
offense.
Yeah, wide receivers weren't getting the ball. We had a QB controversy. We kind of had a corny coach.
Yeah, but we had a lockdown defense.
Bad tight
Smooth.
end.
Goddard's
Great
good. You see, rather I said
No,
Goddard's
I was
good.
talking about great O-line.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Makari Becton down there and AJ.
What guy?
Smooth.
Kai Beck.
Oh, my bad. I don't know. My bad.
I don't even know who the other guy
Top AJ. Give me your top offseason story. I see it in the notes here. Top offseason storylines you're looking forward to. Just give me your top one.
Top one.
And it could be biased. Because mine's going to be Chicago.
No, I mean, no. If you're gonna say a Bears one, I'm not gonna say a Bears one. I would like to see what the QB carousel looks like.
That's big, yeah.
Here and maybe Stafford. Stafford may want, or the Rams may want to change the scenery. You know, they're already going out there, gonna get rid of Cooper Kupp. Maybe they're going all in on the youth movement. They draft well, so I wouldn't be. They may have a 1-year reset kind of thing. Maybe, and they take a QB next year. Have a bridge guy this year. Jameis.
That'd be cool.
I've seen Rodgers to the Rams, and then Stafford to the Giants. So that would be because I know Dayball and Joe Shane need to win next year.
They need to be fired. I don't know why they weren't fired this year.
Giants have decent pieces around. Like they have Andrew Thomas, they have Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy, Thibodeau, and
Burns.
who's the defensive tackle? Dexter Lawrence. So they have
Yeah.
decent pieces. So can Matt Stafford get them to? I don't know.
Who's in their secondary? Who's in New York secondary? I can't name
I have no
player.
idea. Can you get them to 10-7 in that division? Maybe.
That's
yeah,
So
tough.
you think Rodgers comes back for sure? You think Rodgers plays this year?
I don't know how much he likes football anymore. You know, like all these great QBs had like a lot of them went out great on their second act. Peyton, although he was like not a great QB that last year and wasn't playing till like 2013, he still went out on top. Brady had won a Super Bowl in Tampa. You know, so if he loves football like that, I could see him wanting to go to another situation. Rams could be a situation for him, because he really had. I mean, the Jets never been really known for stability, and he
Aaron Rodgers in SoCal. Now we're
Had the
talking.
Achilles. Well, he's a West Coast guy. I think
No,
he
yeah,
went to
yeah, yeah,
Cal.
yeah. He did. He did.
So he doesn't sound like a West Coast guy though,
He does not sound like a West Coast guy.
with all his
That boy sounds right out of West Virginia.
uh but yeah, no, my storyline that I'm interested to see is the QB carousel. Abel and Joe Shane are in the Ryan Pace, Matt Nagy 2021
Yep.
situation, have to
Yep.
win. So they could take a QB. I think they pick at 3. I don't know if the
Give me
QBs
Jackson
this
Dart
year.
at 3. I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling.
But yeah,
Jackson
so
Dart will
that'll
be
be
good though.
interesting. Yeah, I think put him in the right situation. Maybe
Cooper?
Rams take him in the second round. I don't know. But yeah,
Oh,
QB
behind
carousel.
Rodgers.
That's what I'm.
Behind Rodgers. Coop.
All right, Cooper.
Yeah, off-season storyline. I'm trying to think. I think maybe I'm not too interested in the draft because of like it's a deep class, but like first round talent after pick like 14, there's not a lot of first round grades, so I wouldn't say there's like some high end like oh these guys are catchy right now, but I'll lean towards free agency. I'll say like wide receiver market. You see all these rumors with Deebo and Cooper Kupp, but like where T Higgins signs, you see Joe Burrow's lobbying super hard to keep his guys. He wants Mike Gesicki to get paid. Um, what the Bengals are known for is being cheap with who they sign. They only have
Well,
two
their
guys.
defensive linebacker, their captain, just requested for a trade.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Uh, what
I forgot his name.
what's his name? Oh man, is it
I forgot his name. But he's a defensive captain,
Pratt?
linebacker. He requested a
Jermaine
trade.
Pratt? Or
Jermaine Pratt.
is that it?
Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so if if you're already talent division on defense, but your quarterback's begging you to spend money at tight end and wide receiver, how does that play over? You only have two guys making over 50 million in Burrow and your offensive lineman, I forgot his name.
Jermaine Pratt. Yeah.
Okay, so it was Jermaine Pratt.
Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown, yes. So those guys are only making the only people making above 50 million on your team. Like they're not cash poor owners because they own an NFL franchise. They're rich, but for comparing other owners, they don't have the amount of money. I mean, they're like selling stadium rights to pay for Joe Burrow's contract. So they just don't want to deep reach into their pockets and spend money on the team. So like that's kind of unfortunate for Bengals fans. I'd say like yeah, that wide receiver turnover is going to be interesting. I'd say it's a position you find a lot in the draft, and then all of a sudden there's players that are coming from teams that are saying, hey, we're not going to sign you back. So you have that mix of like wide receiver needy teams are are getting like the best of both worlds. Like they can go draft or they can spend some money on a wide receiver in free agency this year. Um, it'll be interesting. Uh, Garrett Wilson wants out and reportedly out of the Jets, so we'll see. I don't know if Aaron Glenn has changed his mind or um, kind of the new structure there is because I know that report came out before he was hired. But yeah, the wide receiver market in free agency is definitely going to be interesting because like before it was are these guys worth the money? It was kind of like the running backs conversation. It's like you could get these guys in the draft. You don't want to go out there and pay a guy when you can just draft one. And so, but now there's so many of them, you could probably use that as leverage over a player, and you say, hey, I can go get this guy for cheaper. Like, do you really want to play here or whatever? Or are you just trying to chase a bag? We'll see. But yeah, Mike? What do you got?
I don't want to do just the Bears. I'm trying to think of a combination of
The
things.
Bears don't matter.
I'll do a mix. So we have. I'm really thinking about. I know you mentioned the quarterbacks. You mentioned free agency. These wide receiver contracts, Cooper. To dive a little deeper into like both of these, honestly, the NFC quarterback market right now. You have Brock Purdy. He wants to get paid in the NFC West. Kyler Murray, is he the long-term solution in Arizona? Can he Can he bring this team to playoff contention above the hump? Geno Smith is solid, don't get me wrong, but the Seahawks need a long-term answer there soon.
Sam Howell.
No, not Sam Howell.
The
And then
Howard
you talked about the Rams a second ago. The South, Bryce Young, redemption. He looked good to end the year off.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield, I'll give him his spot. I'll give Mayfield his flowers, which is crazy to say Mayfield is now one of the most stabilized quarterbacks in the NFL, and if not one of the most in the NFC, in the entirety of NFC. The Saints, what are they gonna do? Carr is Carr. His ceiling's low. And then we have the Falcons with the Falcons.
Kirk.
They're gonna trade Kirko.
I think
supposedly.
Kirk goes to the Browns.
Post June 1 him? Or do you trade him?
Another bad contract. And then we go to the other NFC division, which this might be. Well, actually, it's half good, half bad. You have good in Jaden Daniels. You have good in Hurts. I guess Hurts to win the Super Bowl, even though I don't consider him a top fringe quarterback in the league. And then you have Dax contract. You have the Giants, who people are saying, have to draft a quarterback. Put in Tommy DeVito, full-time quarterback. And then you have the NFC North, and this is where I'm kind of trying to gauge right now my question. How competitive and how will each team match up with each other once the season starts? You have some teams that have lost. The Vikings have no money to pay their players.
And no picks.
And they have, I think, 3 picks in the entirety of the draft. Is it not 3?
I thought it was 5, but
I thought it was
less.
3. The Packers have that Jordan Love contract. They look a little cooked.
Number 1 wide receiver core in the league.
Josh Jacobs is out here asking for a wide receiver 1 with his boys on Twitter, his teammates tweeting back at him that's crazy work. I can't believe he said that. That Packers situation is interesting.
Yeah, they do have 3
Only
picks.
3 picks, yeah. And then we have
Dontavian.
the Lions, who they just lost. The Lions just paid Amon-Ra. They paid Goff. They have Gibbs. They paid Sewell, but their window is going to start closing here soon, and they just lost over half their staff.
They do draft well. But
they do draft well, but can
losing the coordinators.
Yeah, so can Dan Campbell make up for the loss of Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson? And then we have Chicago. For one time, I can finally say that we have the highest elevated spot in the division. We've had the most
16.
growth. I can say 17. It'd be 17.
Okay, well, yeah, you gotta lose to the bye week too, so it's 0-18.
Well, it was a great podcast. No. So I'd say the storyline for me is how will the NFC North shape out, especially not to see what the offseason can do to all the teams. The Bears, as we've talked about, brand new coach, brand new coordinators. We kept our special teams coordinator. The play against the Packers kept him his job. That fake return by DJ Moore to Blackwell when he took it back, that kept him his job.
Packers probably did that on purpose because they also won a game on special teams against us earlier in the season.
Yeah,
they probably just did that.
Yeah, make a call. And then I'm liking Dennis Allen was a big hire, big defensive coordinator. Hoping he can take that Spagnuolo role, stay long term. The offensive guy Cooper from you guys, your tight end coach. I'm really hoping, banking on that guy. I don't know much about him, but
I don't either.
we have the 4th or 5th most money in the league right now. We have pretty good draft capital.
Yeah, you guys have 65 million.
Myles Garrett be in the work.
No, I do not. If we're trading for a pass rusher, I only
Parsons. I want Parsons.
I mean, yeah, Parsons. Sorry, because he's younger.
But Parsons might take a 2 firsts and a second.
2 firsts
At
for
least.
a pass rusher?
I don't want to do that.
I'm
giving you.
We trade.
I'm giving you a
Do you know?
one.
Do you know?
A 1 and a 3.
Do you know what we traded for Khalil Mack? A lot.
How did it work out?
We made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. How many times? Twice.
We got double doinked.
Yeah, but then we made it, and then Javon Wims dropped the touchdown pass.
The flea flicker from Mitch.
Nicholas,
So that's
the first ever.
That's my
first ever
storyline.
Nickelodeon.
Can Caleb? I think the Bears too. We need to figure out the wide receiver. I know DJ and Rome were talking about In those interviews during the Super Bowl week, they didn't like Keenan Allen wasn't talked much about, like wasn't there. I don't know if the team's gonna move on from him. They talked about wanting to bring in
Well,
Cooper Kupp. So
they need more
I,
speed.
we need a burner, and Ben Johnson loves his burners. Hollywood Brown from the Chiefs, I
It's
heard
going to
was
the Bills.
a lurking option out there. Okay, yeah, the Bills need to do something to try to beat Mahomes. They got to collect the Infinity Stones. So I'm excited to see that. See if Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams can take this next step to become one of the higher end quarterbacks in the NFC. So that's my take. Do we have anything else to talk about today? Any other moving objects until next week? I think what are we doing soon? So is this going to be like, are we thinking more, talking about the draft piece by piece, analyzing that throughout the next few weeks?
The combine's in 17 days. You guys want to do some deep dives on some players in the next coming days?
I don't know about how deep we'll make these dives, but I'll swim. I'll swim.
I saw there was
Like
like double the amount of defensive tackles invited to the combine this year than last
wow.
year.
Yeah, the class is
Why
deep.
is that? Just deep class.
Um, it's deep. Plus, well, like NIL kept players longer, so there's some juniors plus some graduating
Oh,
seniors,
Mhm.
and
there's some more Jared verses in this class.
yeah.
And some Bo Nixes.
I don't think there's no QB sucks in this class.
QB's
Yeah,
cooked.
I don't think
QB's cooked. As I said, I don't think Dart will be bad. I'm hoping to see
Bro's
something from
buying all the
him.
hype.
Shador. Cam is Cam. No, the hype is around Cam and Shador right now.
Dude, Jackson Dart
So
was all
Joe
over
Milton.
Twitter for like the last week.
Joe Milton is terrible.
got a cannon though.
Terrible.
Dude,
Okay,
that one
he's
Joe
like.
Milton's
throw.
not
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Joe
Mike's a
Milton.
big Mike's
I'm
a
so
big
sorry.
one throw guy.
Yep. I mean, Justin Fields. No, I'm not talking about Joe Milton. I'm talking about I'm sorry. What's the guy from Bama? Joe.
Jalen Milrow.
Yeah, Jalen
Joe
Milrow. My
Milrow.
bad. I saw Joe Milton. No, I went to a Tennessee game
How did
2 years
you
ago. I saw
confuse them?
Joe because they took Hendon Hooker out after the first half, and I saw Joe Milton throw like an 80-yard bomb. Like I was top of I could not believe how far that ball traveled. That boy's got a cannon. I think the Patriots have something there. They got some trade assets to use
Is
soon
it a
when
Malik
there's no
Willis
more quarterbacks coming out
situation?
of college. No, because Malik Willis is not good at
Bro,
all.
he beat two teams this year.
They were 2-0. They were 2-0.
Well, he
when
couldn't beat
Malik's-
the Bears.
He didn't play the
He
Bears.
was down. He was.
Malik Willis played half the game.
He was. Yeah, but they were already down 14-3 when he came in.
Well, he should have came back. So
Oh my goodness.
send us out, Cooper. Send us out.
But yeah, that's a wrap. We'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. I know we'll try to think of some off-season stuff to talk about. But yeah. Peace.